What is happening, guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I thought I'd do a bit of a different video, something I have never really done before. I did unfortunately have a really awesome vlog planned for you guys to upload today. I went to breakfast with my mom and kind of went for a walk along the river, and went a bit of collectible shopping and stuff like that. I didn't buy anything, but just kind of went and browsed around, and I recorded it all, and somehow my SD card completely wiped. I have no idea how. It's never happened to me before, but unfortunately I lost that. So I kind of woke up this morning in a bit of a panic because I had nothing for you guys. So I thought I would create my own video by creating my own tag, guys. So if you guys don't know what a tag video is, pretty much I will tag 3 people at the end of this video to do this video and post it on their channels. So what I'm going to do as a creator tag today, guys, is your top 5 movies. And I really wanted to do this just because I'd like to know from a few people that I watch, some creators that I know watch me as well, what their favorite movies are. I'm a big movie buff, so I think you can tell a lot about someone by what their favorite movies are. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video and I shall go through my top 5 movies of all time. Now, these aren't in any particular order, guys. They're just literally the top 5, which was really hard to pick, to be honest. I was going through my DVD collection and trying to see which ones were my favorite. I've got a top 2 that are always in this list, but doing a top 5 was having to pick one over the other and stuff like that. I should have done a top 10, to be honest, but I wanted to keep it short and sweet. So my first one, guys, is Kill Bill. So probably, if you're a child, probably not a good movie for you guys, but I love anything Quentin Tarantino brings out. Well, most of what Quentin Tarantino brings out. But Kill Bill, one of my favorite movies. This is one of the first movies with the R classification. So R in Australia is 18 plus that I actually watched. I did a bit of a sneaky when I was a kid. As I said, I used to be a big, well, I still am a big movie buff. I used to go to this place in the city that sold DVDs when I was a teenager. They didn't ID, and I've always had like a bit of a beard and stuff, so I used to actually skip school and get changed into normal clothes and then go and buy R-rated movies from this place. And this is the first one I bought, because when it came out, everyone was like raging about how good it was. And I remember my parents watching it and being like, oh, I don't understand it, it was stupid. Which made me think that I'd love it, because I usually have pretty good different tastes to my parents. So Kill Bill, definitely up there. I'm not a big fan of Volume 2. It's still a great movie, but not as good as the first one. Now, another movie that I'm a massive fan of is Talladega Nights, guys. I think this is an extremely underrated comedy. It's probably one of my favorites, alongside The Campaign. If you haven't seen The Campaign with Will Ferrell in it as well, I strongly recommend you see it. Again, this is just, I had to put a comedy movie on here. I love my comedies, but I didn't want to put anything too generic. I don't like The Hangover. I'm a massive fan of anything Adam Sandler puts out. I know it's corny, but I love Adam Sandler. Anything Jim Carrey puts out, and pretty much anything Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly put out, I love. Walk Hard, Anchorman, all those movies. But if I had to pick one out of those, which is what I did, Talladega Nights is definitely up there, guys. It's just, it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite quotable movies. A lot of me and my mates, you know, like the same movie, so we just constantly movie quote all the time. Me and my girlfriend do it as well. We do it with songs as well. But yeah, just heaps of fun. Probably one of my favorite comedy movies if I had to pick a comedy movie. Now, this next one might surprise a few people. A lot of people haven't actually heard of this movie. I usually get a lot of people onto this movie because I think it is just brilliant. I think it's very underrated. And yeah, I'm just a massive fan. It's just such a different movie. And that is Reign Over Me, guys, with Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle in it. Now, this movie is, it's hard to explain. It's pretty much about this guy that loses his family in a, without giving too much away from the plot. He loses his family in like I think a plane crash or something, which is Adam Sandler's character. And Don Cheadle's character sees him, like, you know, on the sidewalk, and he hasn't seen him for years. They were old college buddies and stuff, and he becomes friends with him again, and starts hanging out with him, and it's a very kind of deep, depressing movie, but it's amazingly written, amazingly cast and directed. I can't actually believe it's the only Adam Sandler movie I've ever seen where he does a very serious character justice. I think it's great. It was one of those movies I just stumbled upon and instantly became one of my favorites. I actually recently watched a movie which should probably be on this list if I had it on DVD, recently, called Gattaca, which I've never seen, and I just stumbled upon it on Netflix one day. Probably in my top 10 now is Gattaca. It's just, again, one of those movies that I'd never heard of, but I just think is absolutely brilliant. I think it's really well written. Reign Over Me, definitely, guys. If you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. Now, these last two, you probably know what one of them is because I did a tag, or I think it was for No Stars giveaway video where one of the questions was, what is your favorite movie? And so I'll leave that for last anyway. But this one I put in here, it's probably not in, it's hard to say. I've got a lot of movies that I watch a lot. So the Star Wars series, obviously I'm a massive Star Wars fan. The Alien series, I love all those movies. I know 3 and 4 get a lot of slack and they're not as good as the first two. I understand that. I'm not going to dispute that with anyone. Aliens is my favorite movie out of that series. The Alien series, Star Wars series, Harry Potter series, I watch a heap. Those are movies that I can sit down, watch all 6, watch all 7, watch all 8, or however many there are of each series, and really enjoy them every time. So I didn't want to put those on the list because I wanted to kind of pick out singular movies, but at the same time I wanted to pick one out of those things. And one of the series I love is the old school Batman movies. Batman Forever is... Sorry, not Batman Forever. Batman Returns is my favorite out of all those. So for those of you who don't know which Batman Returns is, it's the one directed by, what is his name? It'll be on the back here. Tim Burton. One of the Tim Burton ones with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman and Danny DeVito as Penguin. I absolutely love that movie. It is probably still my favorite Batman movie, and that's pretty hard considering The Dark Knight is such a solid Batman movie. But it's one of those movies that I constantly go back and watch. If I want to watch the old school Batman movies, I always go to this one. It's just fun. I like it. I think Danny DeVito does an amazing job as Penguin. I think that Michelle Pfeiffer does an amazing job as Catwoman. And Michael Keaton does an okay Batman. I'm not the biggest fan of his Batman, but he's not a bad Batman. But the whole movie is just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just childhood nostalgia or what it is, but it just makes me happy. So I always pull out Batman Returns to watch. So I thought I'd put that in the list. And the last one, guys, like I said, probably a movie that you guys know that I love because of one of my previous videos. But if you haven't seen that, probably it's my favorite movie. We got Fight Club, guys. If you haven't seen Fight Club, what are you doing with your life? Go see Fight Club. Borrow it, rent it, download it, whatever you can do. This movie is pure genius. You have to watch it more than once. I can't stress that enough. Watching this movie the first time, you will finish it. You'll enjoy it. I haven't met anyone that's gotten through it and not enjoyed it. It is lengthy. It's very lengthy. I think it's like 2.5 hours. I wonder if they've got playtime on here. 133 minutes. Yeah. So it's a bit over 2 hours. It's very lengthy. It can get confusing at times, but I guarantee you stick with it and watch it and you will thoroughly enjoy it. You will finish this movie being a little puzzled, a little confused about the whole situation because there is a massive kind of plot twist at the end that you feel like an idiot, to be honest. When you first watch this movie, when the plot twist comes, you go, how did I not see that coming? But then when you re-watch the movie a second time, you pick up on all these little things that kind of lead you to that plot twist that you would have been oblivious to the first time. So definitely recommend watching Fight Club. Definitely recommend watching it more than once, definitely twice if you want to get the full kind of appreciation of Fight Club. My favorite movie. It's the movie I pull out when I'm, just wanting a good time and wanting to have some fun and enjoy, a movie that I know that I'm going to 100% enjoy no matter what mood I'm in. And that is it from me today, guys. As always, if you're new here to Greed, make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. Now, I did say this was going to be a tag video, so the 3 people that I am tagging to do this little fun top 5 movie video, I'm going to be tagging my boy Doug over at Geek Acres. He's number 1. I'm also going to be tagging Super Sarah, so Sarah, you're going to do this video as well. And I'll also be tagging No Star Reviews. So you 3, if you can get on there, do the tag video, that'd be awesome, guys. I'd love to hear what your favorite movies are. Obviously, if you don't have the DVDs, that's okay. But I'd love to hear what your movies are, guys. And so hop on over to their channels. I'll put their links in the description for you guys, and check out their videos when they post it up. And that is it from me today, guys. As always, if you're new here to Greed, make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. If you like these kind of top 5 videos and kind of get to know me kind of things, I can do more of them. Unfortunately, I didn't really want to do this video particularly today. I just wanted to get something up for you guys because obviously my footage went walkabout. But if you do like these videos, guys, make sure to smash that like button and show me a bit of support. I'm nearly at 50 subscribers. I want to thank everyone, each and every one of you that keep coming back every week to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate the support, and I shall catch you guys next time.